Dear students of class 12th, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the previous lecture, we have discussed what is alternating current and what are its advantages over the direct current. Since you know the alternating current is that current which changes its magnitude continuously and reverses its direction periodically, right? And the direct current is that which is unidirectional and whose magnitude remains constant. So today we are going to discuss what is the mean value because it is varying. We have to find power of the current or power in an AC circuit. Then we look at P is equal to VI, where V is potential difference and I is the current. So we have to give the particular value. But if the current is varying, then how can we give the particular value? So for this, we find the mean value of the alternating current. So this is our today's topic, mean value of alternating current, right? So let us first write the definition. What mean value of the alternating current? It is that steady current which when passed through a circuit, when passed through a circuit for half time period of alternating current sends the same amount of charge as is done by alternating current in the same time through the same circuit. So the definition of the mean value is a bit confusing. Let me explain it in the simple terms. For this, we know I is equal to I naught sine of omega t. This is an instantaneous value of the alternating current which is varying continuously. That means whose magnitude varies continuously and direction reverses it periodically. This current flows in the circuit when we apply alternating EMF. Alternating EMF is equal to E naught sine of omega t, right? So for this, let us consider a circuit in which a conductor or a load is connected whose resistance is equal to R. Now what we have to do, we will apply as an alternating source of EMF to it. E is equal to E naught sine of omega t, right? So the alternating source is represented by this, not in the same way as it is represented in the DC circuits. So E is equal to E naught sine of omega t. This is one cycle of the alternating voltage. So it will send the current in the circuit, and this current will be represented by I is equal to I naught sine of omega t. This current is varying current, but one thing you must remember, that this current will this will flow the charge. It will flow the charge in the circuit. Make the charge to flow in the circuit, rather. Flow of charge, right? So now how we will explain the definition. Take the same circuit having a resistance R, and in this circuit now we will apply a DC source, a battery or a cell. So this is potential difference, negative terminal, this is positive terminal. This will send the current through the circuit, due to which there is a flow of charge. So I is the current, but this is direct current, or it is the steady current, which will make the charges to flow. But what we have to do, यहाँ पे हमें टाइम लेना है t divided by 2. This is half the time. As the graphical representation is this, time, half the time is time of one cycle, either a positive half cycle or negative half cycle. So we have to make the alternating current to flow in the circuit for a time t by 2, and then direct current in the same circuit for the same time, that is t divided by 2. Again there will be flow of the charges, because current only flows when there is a flow of charge. Now, for what value of a steady current? For what value? This is the main point. For what value of the steady current? The flow of the charges in the circuit is same in both cases. So at the stage, or when the flow of the charges in the circuit is same, that is due to the AC and due to the DC, then this steady value of the current gives the mean value. Let us go to the definition. It is that steady current which, when passed through a circuit for half time period of alternating current, sends the same amount of charge, right, as is done by alternating current in the same circuit. Same circuit means same resistance in the same circuit through the same in the same time. तो हम टाइम भी सेम रख लेंगे, दैट इज t डिवाइडेड बाई 2, तो मैं समझा रहा हूँ कि अगर हम इसमें AC फ्लो कराएंगे, इसमें DC फ्लो कराएंगे, एक ही सर्किट है, रेजिस्टेंस सेम है, टाइम भी हम सेम ले रहे हैं, यहाँ भी चार्जेस फ्लो हो जाएंगे, यहाँ भी चार्जेस फ्लो हो जाएंगे. जब जब अमाउंट ऑफ चार्जेस दोनों सर्किट्स में सेम फ्लो होंगे, तब इस I को हम कहते हैं, दिस इज नोन एज मीन वैल्यू ऑफ द ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट एंड इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय IM. So how to find the mean value now? First of all, we have to calculate the amount of charge that flows due to the alternating current in time t by 2, and then we have to find the amount of charge that flows due to the steady current in time t by 2, and equating the two we will get the result, right? फिर से कह रहा हूँ, यहाँ भी आप चार्ज कैलकुलेट कीजिए, यहाँ भी चार्ज कैलकुलेट कीजिए, तो दोनों चार्जेस को इक्वेट कर लीजिए, तो आपको रिजल्ट मिलेगा, दैट इज मीन वैल्यू ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट. तो नाउ लेट अस फाइंड द अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज दैट फ्लोज ड्यू to the alternating current and then due to the steady current. Now alternating current, I is equal to I naught sine of omega t, right? As you know, it is a varying current. So we can write it the charge that flows due to alternating current in time dt is. So I is equal to dq divided by dt according to the definition of the current. As time is small, so the amount of charge that flows will be small. So we will get here dq is equal to I dt, right? Using the value of I, we can write dq is equal to I naught sine of omega t dt. So now we have to find the total amount of charge for the time t by 2. So total amount of charge that flows when time changes from 0 to t by 2, that is half cycle, right? So this is obtained by integrating the above expression. So I can write q is equal to integral of dq, which is equal to integral of I naught sine of omega t dt, and the limit is from 0 to t divided by 2. So q is equal to I naught is maximum value, that is peak value. So I naught, it will come out of the integration. So it is 0 to 2 t by 2 the sine of omega t dt. Now integrating this, we get q is equal to I naught. What is integration of sine of omega t? Differentiation of sine is cos, integration is minus cos. So we will get here minus cos of omega t divided by differentiation of omega t, that is omega, between the limit 0 and t divided by 2. So this expression will become q is equal to minus I naught divided by omega cos of omega t, and instead of omega we can write 2 pi divided by t and small t from 0 to t by 2, right? So giving the limits, q is equal to minus I naught upon omega, this cos of 2 pi divided by capital T, and instead of small t we can write here t divided by 2 minus cos of 2 pi divided by t into 0. So q is equal to minus I naught upon omega, t and t will cancel, 2 and 2 will cancel, so we will get here cos of pi minus 0 multiplied by anything is 0, that is cos of 0, cos of 0 degree, right? So q is equal to minus I naught upon omega. What is the value of cos pi? Cos 180 means minus 1. Cos 0 again 1, that is minus 1. So we will get here minus I divided by omega into minus 2. So q is equal to minus and minus, that will become plus. So it is twice I naught divided by, and instead of omega that is 2 pi divided by t. So it will become 2 and 2 will cancel. So it is I naught t divided by pi. So q is equal to I naught t divided by pi. So this is the amount of charge that flows when alternating EMF or alternating current flows through the circuit. Now, in the same circuit, we have to apply a potential difference due to which a steady current flows through it. And we have to find the amount of charge that flows, right? Now, when steady current flows through it, then the amount of charge is, as you notice, steady current. It is not varying current, so we will write here direct. I is equal to Q divided by T upon 2, because we have to make it flow for the same time as AC flows. So if the amounts of charges are same, so we can write this as IM. Now Q is equal to IM, that is mean value, multiplied by T divided by 2. T divided by 2. Keeping this equation first and this equation second. The only condition is that when the amount of charge that flows through the circuit is same in both cases, then we can equate these two equations and write IM into T divided by 2 is equal to, it is I naught into T divided by pi, right? So we have to find here IM. T and T will cancel. So we will get here IM divided by 2 is equal to I naught divided by pi. IM is equal to 2 को यहाँ पे लेंगे by the crosswise multiplication. So we will get here 2 divided by pi into I naught. So this is mean value of AC and this is the peak value of AC, right? Mean value of AC and this is peak value of AC. So first point, we can write I mean is equal to, or mean value is equal to, 2 by pi times peak value. ठीक है बेटा. Now next point, 2 by pi is equal to 2 divided by, it is 22 divided by 7. Or we can write here it is 2 divided by 22 upon 7. This is known as 14 divided by 22. 14 divided by 22. So dividing 14 by 22, we will get here 0.637. 0.637. So we can write here mean value is equal to 0.637 times peak value I naught, that is peak value. और we can write, अगर हम इसको परसेंट निकाल लेते हैं तो I mean is equal to, this is 63.7% of peak value I naught. 63.7% of peak value. So mean value of alternating current is equal to the 63.7% of peak value of the alternating current, right? So this gives the expression for the mean value of AC. Now जहाँ हम बात कर लेंगे alternating current की, this is 0, this is time t divided by 4. Sinusoidal variation इसकी पढ़ाया है मैंने, it is t by 2, it is 3t divided by 4 and this is t. तो पहला साइकिल जो हमने लिया from 0 to t by 2, right? हम नेक्स्ट साइकिल इस तरह ले सकते हैं from t by 2 to t. right? So this is mean value of positive of AC. Mean value of positive half cycle of AC. Half cycle of AC is equal to, that gives, it is 2 divided by pi I naught. Similarly, अगर हम लिमिट यूज कर लेंगे t/2 to t, आप कर सकते हो आराम से, t/2 that is for the negative half cycle. So for negative half cycle, that is t/2 to t, यानी टाइम हम लिमिट लेंगे t/2 to t, and we will get here I mean is equal to, it will become -2 divided by pi I naught. प्रोसीजर सेम है, वहाँ पे हमने लिया था पहले केस में पॉजिटिव हाफ साइकिल, आप नेगेटिव हाफ साइकिल को कंसिडर कर लीजिए और उसका मीन वैल्यू कैलकुलेट कर लीजिए, स्टेप्स तो सेम है, एंड यू विल गेट -2 पाई आई नॉट. तो अगर हम कंप्लीट साइकिल की बात कर लेंगे, तो मीन वैल्यू ऑफ AC ओवर कंप्लीट साइकिल इज इक्वल टू, पॉजिटिव हाफ के लिए है 2 पाई आई नॉट प्लस यहाँ पे -2 आई नॉट, तो टोटल ये प्लस माइनस माइनस दैट विल बिकम 0. सो रिमेंबर दिस, mean value of AC over complete cycle is 0, right? So that is why we find the mean value of AC over a half cycle. So mean value of AC is defined over half cycle only, not on the complete cycle, as it becomes 0, right? So अब ये 0 तभी इसीलिए बन जाता है because it changes its polarity. अगर हम सर्किट की बात करेंगे तो ये आप ले लीजिए रेजिस्टेंस, फॉर हाफ साइकिल करंट फ्लो हो जाती है फ्रॉम A to B, एंड फॉर अनदर हाफ साइकिल इट फ्लोज फ्रॉम B to A to B, and then for the next half cycle it flows from B to A. That means it reverses its polarity. जितनी अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज यहाँ फ्लो हो जाएगी फॉर द फर्स्ट हाफ, नेक्स्ट हाफ में वो अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में फ्लो हो जाएगी, एज अ रिजल्ट इट बिकम्स 0. Now in the same way we can find the mean value of alternating EMF. Mean value of alternating EMF, ये आप खुद कीजिए, लेकिन स्टार्ट करके मैं दे दूंगा. डेफिनेशन भी यही होगी इसकी, इट इज दैट स्टडी EMF which when applied to a circuit for a half time period of a alternating EMF sends the same amount of charge as is done by alternating EMF in the same circuit for the same time. तो करंट की जगह आपको सिर्फ चेंज करना होगा अल्टरनेटिंग EMF. जो भी डेफिनेशन आपने लिखी है उसमें करंट की जगह अल्टरनेटिंग EMF चेंज कर लीजिए, जहां भी अल्टरनेटिंग करंट वहां अल्टरनेटिंग EMF, एंड यू विल गेट द डेफिनेशन. आसान तरीका है, ठीक है ना? तो उसी तरह से दोनों सूरतों में हम इसका कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे अल्टरनेटिंग अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज. ठीक, तो आप जानते हो E इज इक्वल टू E नॉट साइन ऑफ ओमेगा टी, राइट? तो अब हम यहाँ पे करंट को कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे, हमें एक्चुअल में डी क्यू कैलकुलेट करना है. सो वी विल गेट हियर डी क्यू इज इक्वल टू आई डी टी, जो कि आपने प्रीवियस टॉपिक में मीन वैल्यू ऑफ अल्टरनेटिंग करंट में किया है. अब आई के बदले में हम ई यहाँ पे तो नहीं दे सकते हैं, तो हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पे हम आप जानते हैं आई इज इक्वल टू इस तरह याद रखिए, ओम्स लॉ की तरह V इज इक्वल टू आई आर. ठीक है ना। तो यहाँ पे हम लिखेंगे E इज इक्वल टू आई आर। तो आपका I किसके बराबर होगा, E डिवाइडेड बाई R। तो E के बदले में हम लिख सकते हैं ये E नॉट साइन ऑफ ओमेगा टी डिवाइडेड बाई R। तो आप डी क्यू लिख लीजिए यहाँ पे, इट इज E नॉट साइन ऑफ ओमेगा टी डिवाइडेड बाई R, और इसके बाद यहाँ पे डी टी। तो यही स्टेप्स आपको फॉलो करने होंगे। जहाँ पे इंटीग्रेशन करनी होगी, पॉजिटिव हाफ साइकिल लीजिए या नेगेटिव हाफ साइकिल लीजिए, एक ही बात है। तो इसके इंटीग्रेशन कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे, वहाँ से आपको क्यों मिलेगा, राइट। इसके बाद जब हम डीसी का वैल्यू देंगे, वहाँ पे हम डायरेक्ट लिखेंगे क्यू इज इक्वल टू आई डी टी, क्यू इज इक्वल टू सॉरी आई इंटू टी डिवाइडेड बाई टू, डी टी नहीं, टी डिवाइडेड बाई टू, राइट। सो क्यू इज इक्वल टू आई के बदले में सीधा हम लिखेंगे ई आर इंटू टी डिवाइडेड बाई टू। लेकिन यहाँ पे हम अगर चार्जेस सेम होंगी तो हम ई एम, यहाँ पे आपकी फर्स्ट इक्वेशन मिलेगी और यहाँ पे हमें सेकंड इक्वेशन। तो यहाँ की एक्सप्रेशन में लिख ही लेता हूँ, इट इज 2 डिवाइडेड बाई पाई ई नॉट होगा, ई नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई आर, सॉरी ई नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई आर। तो यहाँ की इक्वेशन ये है आपकी, ओ सॉरी यहाँ पे ट्वाइस, इस तरह नहीं लिख सकते हैं, डिराइव कर लेंगे हम इसको, डिराइव आप खुद कर लीजिए। और यहाँ पे आपको क्यू मिलेगा, वो क्यू यहाँ पे यूज कीजिए, तो यू विल गेट हियर ई एम इज इक्वल टू ई नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई ट्वाइस ई नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई पाई। ये आपका रिजल्ट होगा फॉर पॉजिटिव हाफ साइकिल। सिमिलरली अगर हम नेगेटिव हाफ साइकिल के लिए कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे तो यह नेगेटिव साइन, तो जब हम कंप्लीट साइकिल के लिए कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे एंड दैट विल बिकम 0। सो दिस वाज योर, ये आपका होमवर्क है, ये आप खुद करेंगे। सो अगर कहीं पे कंफ्यूजन हुआ तो आप मेरे पर्सनल नंबर पे या टेक्स्ट कर सकते हैं या व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हैं, राइट। तो ये था आपका मीन वैल्यू ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट, एंड इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर वी विल डिस्कस the root mean square value or effective value or RMS value of the alternating current. Okay, thank you.